Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. In this video, we're going to take a look at the new YESWELDER CUT-65DS Plus. This is a plasma cutter, and I'm going to give you the amateur or the layman or the hobbyist perspective because I'm not like a mega experienced welder, but I bought a YESWELDER recently, which I fell in love with, and so I managed to get my hands on this plasma cutter, and we're going to run it through its paces in this video, show you what you can do with it as far as from a hobbyist perspective for sure. And I'll do a box opening first, show you everything that comes in the box, and then I'm continuing on with my little boat trailer modification situation. So I'm going to be cutting some 3/16 steel plate with this machine today. So with no further ado, let's jump in. We'll get right to it. So let's start off by taking a look at what comes in the box. I mean, obviously you get the plasma cutter itself. This machine runs on 220, and it has the fitting for the air built into the back of it. So that's really nice. Now you're going to get a little bag here with some instructions. You got some consumables in here, a guide if you want to cut some plate steel and you want to use the guide to run it and keep your cut straight. So that's much appreciated. You're also getting a little pigtail here to run from 220 to 110, which is quite handy if you're in a shop like mine or not. Like I have 220 over there on the wall, but there's times where I run my other YESWELDER off of 110, and this can be run off of 110. So if that's all you've got, this thing is going to work for you. We've got some hosing depending on how you're going to connect up your air supply, and then we also have, this looks like your ground clamp. Yes, it is. And we have your plasma torch. So pretty straightforward stuff. Everything you need to get up and running, you've got, in one nice, compact, lightweight little package. Okay guys, to start using this machine, we've got to make some connections here. And the first one I've made, I plugged it into my 220. I haven't plugged it into the wall yet, but besides that, the first thing you want to do is you have to plug in your air supply. And I got really lucky because my existing fitting plugs into the back of the welder, plugs into the back of the plasma cutter without having to get another fitting or make any other adjustments. So I was kind of happy about that, to say the least. So then the next thing that you want to do is you want to make your connections at the front of the machine, both the plasma torch and the ground connection. So I'll go through those with you as well. And so for that, we can just spin the machine around here. And pretty straightforward, really. So your ground connection is just a twist in. It has a little key tag at the bottom here, and you put that in, tighten it up, and then your plasma torch takes a tiny bit more effort, but not really anything to complain about. It has a nice keyway at the bottom, same as the ground clamp, and you just make sure that's at the bottom. Gentle press, line it up, and then just tighten the threads up here, like so. You don't have to take this end and jam it in because the threads will pull it in. As long as the keyway is lined up, easy peasy, and basically now we can connect up to our metal and start cutting some metal. Okay guys, so now that we've got the basic air line plugged in, let's turn the machine on. And we can take a look at some of the basic settings. Okay, so on the top left here, you've got your cut mode button. And when I press this, you'll see that it cycles through 4 modes there. So this is the plate mode. Top left, top right is the grid cutting mode. Bottom right is gouging mode, and then we have the marking mode, and then back to plate mode, which is what I'm going to be using. 65 amps seems to be good, so I'm going to leave it there. However, you can change your units for the PSI on this side. If you want to see bars, there's 4.6. PSI is what I'm familiar with, so I'm just going to leave it there. And then I'm not doing a whole ton of continuous cutting, so I'm just going to leave it on 2T and then get down to some serious cutting here, give you guys a bit of a demonstration. Show you what you can do, what you can't do. The post flow button here basically determines, if I press that, how many seconds you want the air to flow through the torch once you let your finger off of the trigger. And I mean, 10 seconds in my experience has been pretty accurate. So, but you can extend that or shorten it depending on your situation. So let's get to it and we'll do a little cutting. Okay guys, so I'm not going to get too fancy to start. I'm just going to cut this piece of plate. The machine is set to 65 amps and we're on plate cutting mode, so let's give it a shot. We'll see what we get. That is pretty cool. For a first ever cut with a plasma cutter, I'm impressed. It's just connected a little bit here, and that's probably from operator error more than anything else. So let's see if we can cut that through and we'll be all good here. That did not take very much effort at all. So this is what the plate looks like when it's been cut through. This is just so much more efficient and so much less mess than using a grinding wheel. I'm likely never going to go back to the grinder, except for, you know, polishing up the edges and getting rid of the mill scale. So onwards and upwards. I'm going to measure out a couple of pieces of 3/16 plate for my step for the trailer, and then we'll cut that and we'll see how that works. Okay, so next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this 3/16 plate. It's about 5 inches wide, but it's maybe a 1/4 inch too long, so I got to cut it through first to 5, and then I'll cut this 1/4 inch section off. And I'm going to use the guide on the tool, and this is really why you're buying a plasma cutter, is that, you know, having this little guide here is what allows you to cut straight, and then you can follow different shapes if you've got jigs made up. So, and that's why, you know, this plasma cutter is so good. And like my other YESWELDER, this is a quality torch. I mean, this thing has an articulating arm on the end of it. Again, you know, very high quality, and it's much appreciated by an amateur such as myself. So let's get our ground connected up here. There we go. Exact same settings again, so let's give this a shot. So I can pull this out of the way. And here we go. That was darn near perfect. I think the only reason I had to go back over the one spot because I was moving too quick, but again, it's extremely impressive, I have to say. Holy cow. Okay, so now, okay, so I've got the machine all set up again. I've got the plate set up here. I'm just going to move a little bit slower and see if I can go buzz right through this without having any bits that are hanging on or don't get cut through. So here we go. So that was absolutely awesome. I mean, I went through that no problem. I backed up a little bit there at first, but I slowed down and it buzzed through the metal no problem. The noise is just the compressor coming on, by the way. So now I'm going to set up to cut off this little bit of a 3/16 1/4 inch section here off of this piece. And then I'm getting pretty close to having all the pieces cut that I'll need. So I thought I would just take a second here to talk about the torch. I mentioned the articulate arm, which is great. There's a safety feature here, so if you drop this on the ground, the torch isn't going to fire randomly. You have to lift this up, get your finger in, and then push the trigger button. So nice little safety feature built in here. Again, I mean, I'm really impressed with this articulating part here. It just makes, you know, so much, it makes for so much less fatigue if you're doing long welds. Okay, so I've got the next piece set up and it's a good 10-12 inches long. So this will be a good test of the endurance on the machine, I think. So at least from a layman's perspective. So I'll be doing lots of fiddly little pieces like this 5x6 piece here. But this one's a little bit longer. So let's see if we can do a good job with this one. Okay, so it's cut it all the way through except for one tiny little bit at the end, which I think is probably my error more than anything else. So let's see if I can cut that through. There you go, my friends. So I thought it might be interesting to see if I can just cut a hole here freehand. It may not be the most pretty hole that I'm going to cut, but we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, I'm not going to win any contest for beauty or precision, but my thought was I just want to see if I could blow a hole in a piece of plate steel. And this thing does a really good job. So if you're going to do something like this for real, then just use a guide and you can get it a little tighter to the tolerance and then you can weld it up. And yeah, I know I could have just stuck it like this and welded it up, but I had one application where I needed something like this and that's why I thought I'd give it a shot. So pretty impressive plasma cutter. I'll put a link in the description for you if you want to get one of these for yourself. Yeah, so far I got nothing but good things to say about it. Okay, so let's wrap up this video on the Cut-65DS Plus. At 300 bucks, I gotta say, I mean, this thing is going to save you so much time. It's so efficient, especially if you're going to go past the simple stuff that I was doing and you want to get into doing something that's more ornate. Really impressive little machine. I didn't mention that the cables are quite long. The torch cable is about 30 feet long and the ground cable seems to be around 25. It stretches all the way over to my little cutting bench over there. And this is a blowback machine, so that means it's a non-high frequency, and all that means is that the machine, you don't have to have it touching the metal to initiate the arc. So basically you just flip up the yellow handle here, you know, I had it sitting down on my metal, but pull the trigger, and even, you know, so if you have it extending a little bit over the end, just pull the trigger and this thing's going to initiate the arc. So very user-friendly for someone like me who's new to plasma cutters. You know, go out and get one. I'll put a link in the description for you. Take advantage of that. I don't know if YESWELDER is offering any discounts at this time, but at 300 bucks, I think it's a really good value and it's going to last you a lengthy amount of time. So, and especially for hobbyists, even professionals, right? Hobbyists, professionals, amateurs alike, you know, weekend fabricators, this thing's going to be a real help a real great addition to your shop. So thanks for watching. Do me a big favor, hit the subscribe, like, and notification bell for me. I really appreciate it. If you have questions, connect in. I mean, like I say, I'm not an expert, but I'll get back to you as quick as I can if I can answer a question for you. But you know, I mean, what you see is what you get. You saw me, I plugged everything in, I set it up, I used it for you on something that's very practical. So yeah, just get out there, grab one for yourself and see what you can build. Take care now.